looks like a man's loyal companion, dogs, are turning into a foe. Now, in a tragic incident, two children aged 9 and 11 were crushed to death by a goods train in Jodhpur while being chased by the dogs. Now, both the children, who were cousins, they were returning from school when some pet dogs from a house en route began chasing them. Now, initially, the kids' family members refused to accept the bodies as they, along with the neighbors, began a protest against the dog owner and demanded immediate capture of the pets by a dog squad.
दो मासूम बच्चे जो है यहाँ पे स्कूल में हाईवे के उस साइड में जो है स्कूल है वहाँ पढ़ते हैं। वहाँ से जब स्कूल से वापस वो चार बच्चे इस साइड में आ रहे थे रेलवे ट्रैक के दूसरे साइड में उनका मकान है। तो जब वो यहाँ से पास आउट हो रहे थे उसी वक्त को जो पालतू कुत्ते हैं वो उनके पीछे पड़ गए। पीछे पड़ने से जो है दो बच्चे जो है वो रेलवे ट्रैक की तरफ चले गए। उनको ये ध्यान नहीं रहा हड़बड़ाहट में कि सामने से जो है ट्रेन आ रही है और उसी दौरान जो है मालगाड़ी ट्रेन जो है वो आ गई और उसकी चपेट में दोनों बच्चे आ गए, जिसके कारण ये हादसा हुआ है। मौके पे शांति व्यवस्था बनाई हुई है और मौके पे हम कार्रवाई कर रहे हैं।
Meanwhile, in Delhi, a baby was snatched by a pit bull dog from her grandfather's lap and bitten on her leg. A CCTV footage of the pit bull attack has been shared with the police, and the 1.5-year-old girl received several stitches on many parts of her leg and suffered 3 fractures as well. Now, the incident was reported from Delhi's Burari on 2nd January, and the child's parents alleged that no action has been taken despite a complaint to the police. Instead, the police tried to insist on settling the matter with the dog's owner. It has been more than 18 days, yet the police have not filed a case and the dog's owner is still roaming around freely. And for the people who think that the law cannot do much, they should check out Bhadresh Pandya, the Ahmedabad dog owner who has been sentenced for a year in prison as his Doberman had attacked and bit neighbors back in 2014. The Ahmedabad Sessions Court also slapped a fine of Rs 1,500 to the dog owner and asked the Legal Service Authority to pay the compensation to the victim. Right, at this point in time, let us open the panel for discussion. Sonali Chopra, advocate, Delhi High Court, and animal rights activist, is joining me on the broadcast at this point. Thank you, Sonali, for taking out your time and speaking with us here on Mirror Now on this issue. Well, firstly, as an animal rights activist and a lawyer, what do you make of people still owning pit bull as pets despite the clear ban on the breed? In fact, according to the reports, around 45% of reported dog bite cases are by pit bulls.
I am very clear that there are a certain number of breeds that we've recognized, not only in India but globally, that have a certain temperament issue or a certain aggression to them by birth maybe. And there is a reason why many states have gone ahead and declared them to be illegal or banned the owning of these dogs. Now, in Delhi, as yet, is still not there yet. But I think that's a clear violation of the law. If there is a ban and you still continue to own the animal, what can be done is an implementation. Now, the problem is with the consequential provisions of the Act that we have, including the ones in the IPC. I don't see there being any very strict provisions that people know of or are scared of. And therefore, the illegality continues.
All right. Also at this point in time, what we think that these instances are also raising the question of who takes the responsibility for a pet that has caused the life-threatening injuries to someone, and also, Sonali, shed some light on the legal recourse for the victims.
So the responsibility clearly falls on the owner/parent, whatever you may choose to call them. The Indian Penal Code as of now, and also the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita, which is expected to be in force sometime soon, both provide for recourse in in this position. In fact, recently the Rohini dog bite, where an American pit bull was included, there also a case has been registered. The sections that are relevant are 289 and 337 of the Indian Penal Code, where due to the negligence of an animal in your possession, if someone is hurt, that is when you are held responsible. So the word is in fact possession, not even ownership. So if you're walking the dog in a park and that is when the incident takes place, and you may not be the owner, you may be a walker or you may be a friend, it could be anything. But even then, you are held liable if the dog goes out of control and causes harm, injury to anybody in that public space. Now, the problem that I see is, and despite me being a dog parent myself, is that the provision provides for a punishment which is not really something that you would be scared of or would worry about. It provides for imprisonment up to 3 months currently, and a fine of I think 1,000 rupees, which has been increased to 6 months and 5,000 rupees in the BNS. And both in the IPC and the BNS, these offenses are bailable. So there are provisions, they are being put in force, but are they enough to cause that deterrent in the person's mind that okay, I may be doing something illegal and I should be a little careful?
All right. All right, Sonali Chopra, appreciate you taking out your time and speaking with us here on Mirror Now, and shedding light on the issues and the solutions, in fact, and who is to be taking the responsibility for such attacks by pet dogs. Well,